Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're still trapped in the world of compact claustrophobia. So, from last episode, I fixed the tree farm. Thank you Gaming on Caffeine for the video, because he helped me to figure out how to actually make this work and an improvement to it as well. So, something I copied from his video is actually, if you take your auto clicker and give a watering can in there, we don't need to waste time making Phyto grow, because the watering can water the oak sapling and make it grow faster, just like it. Something to note though is that it is still a little bit slow. As you can see, it clicks every 10 ticks, and the tree just doesn't grow that fast. If you up it to 1 click every tick, you can see the tree is going to grow pretty fast here. Yep, grows pretty fast, and then gets chopped down, and the wood gets collected in the strongbox. Now the issue I was having before is the timing. So I did go ahead and build a second battery using our metal press box. Let me rename that. Tree farm battery. Because the issue is that the way it's set up is that this NOT gate in the back sends a redstone signal forward. This one in the front is also sending a signal forward that is turning the clickers off. When the tree grows, this NOT gate turns off, these auto clickers start clicking, but the issue is that this bottom auto clicker only has to break 1 block, whereas the other 3 have to go through 2 layers of leaves in order to reach the wood. So I needed to get a power source set up. That way you can set these guys to a higher speed. I set them to speed of 5. That way these 3 can tear through the logs much faster than the bottom one and keep it going. If the bottom one breaks the tree log first, then the next sapling that is placed will never grow into a tree and it breaks the machine. The only other issue I found is that sometimes when you set the auto clicker too fast, it breaks the infinite water source, but I think I can fix this just by adding another nuclear craft infinite water source block, just one that produces more water, because if you take a look, infinite water source, this one only produces 10 millibuckets of water every tick, the next one produces 80 and then 640, whereas this setup, the vanilla setup, produces 1 bucket of water pretty quickly. But this guy consumes water extremely fast, as you can see. But now that that's set up, we're able to produce our coal coke. I went ahead and made a reinforced portable tank to store all the creosote oil, so that would not be a bottleneck. So now we have 8,000 creosote oil in there. And then we can also use creosote oil as a fuel in the compression dynamo. So we could think about building one of those to burn off the excess creosote. But now that that's all set up, we need to make 1 hop graphite dust. And you make that with 8 coke dust to make, no, I said that wrong. To make 1 hop graphite, you need 8 coke dust, which means we need 8 coal coke. So luckily, I did make sure to get enough before I started the video. Let's go ahead and grind up this coal coke in our crusher to make our coke dust. Is there another way to get coke dust? No, has to be the crusher. I thought there was another way to get coke dust. Coke dust. No, this seems to be the only way. There must be a different resource. So now that we have 8 coke dust, we come to our squeezer, throw it in there. Luckily it squeezes pretty fast to make 1 hop graphite. Quest completed. And now with that, it does open up the quest line for the pyrolytic conversion. As it even says that coal coke is pretty time consuming to make. I wonder if there's an alternative. Check out what graphite dust can do in a pressurizer. Graphite dust in a pressurizer. What? But now that we have access to coal coke, we can make the pyrolytic conversion upgrade for the redstone furnace, which will essentially let us use the redstone furnace and speed upgrades to turn coal into coal coke, which will be a lot faster. You can also just put the wood in there So you could probably set up a loop where you just put in the wood, it outputs it back into itself, or outputs it to a chest, and then have the chest pull the coal, put the charcoal inside. Or now that I think about it, coal, block of coal. Oh, I see what we need to do. So the pyrolytic conversion can't turn charcoal into coal coke. It can only do a block of coal. But you can make charcoal. I mean, you can make coal in the pressurizer using graphite dust, and we can make graphite dust from pulverized charcoal. So it adds a couple more steps, but it's a lot faster than this machine. So let's see if we can get that going. So we're going to need another redstone furnace. I also realized that this auto clicker was a massive energy drain, so I turned it off for now while the battery can build up its charge again. So we're going to need another redstone furnace. Which will take 2 blocks of bricks. We should have some bricks lying around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll just cook all the bricks, because I don't need clay for anything, I don't think. Grab that. Make our bricks. We're going to need a redstone reception coil, a copper gear, the machine frame. Put it all together to make our redstone furnace. Now to make the pyrolytic conversion, we're going to need a electrum gear, 2 copper plates. Where's my hammer? 2 copper plates. And someone had asked me, can't you use the metal press to make the plates cheaper? And the answer is no. The only thing cheaper about it is that you don't waste durability on a hammer. And then we're going to need 4 treated wood planks. We have, oh, there we go. Wonder if that will work. It will. And 1 nether brick. There we go. Nether brick. Nether brick. Pyrolytic conversion. Now we can slap this guy right over here. Redstone furnace. But you can see he can't fit an augmentation slot, so we'll have to upgrade him. So we'll make a hardened upgrade kit. And then make a reinforced upgrade kit. And now we can fit in our pyrolytic conversion. Now this will fill up with creosote oil, so we have to output that. So if we do right click, auto output enable front right side, we will need another portable tank. Like so. The basic one stores 20,000. And now we can turn coal into coal coke. We can also add a speed upgrade as well. Speed upgrade. It's not called a speed upgrade. What is it called? Upgrade. What is the name? Augment auxiliary reception coil. Augment auxiliary reception coil just takes a bunch of gold. Put that in there. It does drive up the power use, but that's fine, as long as it makes it faster. If we want to slap in more augments, we will have to increase it from reinforced to the next tier, which I'm assuming at some point will unlock Signalum. I'm not sure. Now, to make coal, we need to turn charcoal we're gonna pull, what does this make? I think this is it, right? Yes, you take the charcoal and pulverize it. Then we take the pulverized coal and turn it into graphite dust in the manufactory. Then using the graphite dust, we can compress it into coal. So where is... oh, this is the manufactory. So pulverized charcoal into graphite dust. So if we make a second manufactory and put it here, we can set up a loop. Let's see. The speed upgrades were pretty cheap, right? Speed upgrade. And these ones are called speed upgrades. Let's see, where am I storing our lapis? In here. I also changed this a bit, so as you can see, now I have a chest full of pickaxes that get fed into the auto clickers and they start clicking. We can add like 4 more and that would probably work. The only issue is routing the power is a little annoying, and I'm gonna need to make another battery cell to actually power these. With 12 thermoelectric generators, we generate 240 Fe per tick, which means with 10, we could really only do level 3, because that would be 100, and then you could probably mix in some speed 4s as well. Grab some more iron. Throw that in here. Now let's make some speed upgrades. Let's see, increases the processing speed at the cost of additional power. They can be stacked. Each additional upgrade increases power use quadratically. So let's see, if we make 1, where does it show? Oh, there we go, power use. Energy store, it takes 20 RF per tick to process. So if we put 1, now it takes 80 RF per tick. So our battery produces 240 RF per tick. So if we do 1 more speed upgrade, I think that's the maximum we can do before it runs out of power. So if we do 2, it goes up to 180. So if we add a third one, $320. So 2 is the max before our battery can't keep up production. But let's see how much faster that is. So we're going to put the pulverized charcoal back inside. It is going much faster. It is 4 times as fast now, and making graphite dust. But now we need a pressurizer to turn it back into coal. So I don't have a pressurizer, right? I don't. So let's take a look at the pressurizer. It's going to take items we don't have. So we need more tough alloy, we need a machine chassis, 4 advanced platings, and 2 linear actuators. We'll take ferroboron and 2 pistons, so we could just make 2 pistons right now. And then we need ferroboron alloy, which is steel and boron. Steel, let's see, boron, let's make a bunch of this, and steel in the alloy furnace. So let's steal the speed upgrades. That does waste power though. So I'll leave 2 in here, put 1 in here for now, put that together. Let's make some more speed upgrades. Save this. Speed upgrade. I think putting 2 in each machine is good, because we're not really running all these machines in parallel, and with 2 we triple the process. So there's some ferroboron. And oh, we also need steel. Oh, I took all the steel out. Let's see. I believe this is the wrong way. There we go, 32 steel. That's still cooking, so we could leave that in there. Once I get 9, that's when I'll turn it into the block and then make more steel. Put that in here. So let's make 2 linear actuators. Now we will need tough alloy, which was ferroboron and lithium. Grab our lithium. Take this out. and we're going to need, these take 4, so we're going to need 16 plus 8, plus 2, 18. Which means we need more ferroboron. So actually we need 4 more of this. Where'd it go? Steel, oh there it is. So we need 18 ferroboron alloy. And now I understand why it wanted us to make a fission reactor, because we need more power to make things go faster. Take that out, ferroboron and lithium. Yeah, because this is a very slow craft. And that makes 2, right? Yep, 2 tough alloy. Oh, we also need an extra one for this, so we can go ahead and make the machine chassis. And then the advanced plating takes the basic plating. That will take graphite dust, so luckily we have some left over. So we're going to need 4 plating, get 2. Lead ingots, luckily that's very cheap. Redstone and tough alloy. I'll grab these 2 because I think that's not enough. We need 8 more. Throw that in here. Redstone, spread it out. Yep, just 2. Still need 2 more, and then we'll be finished, and we'll have a pressurizer. Processes items under immense pressure. And then we could just set up a loop where if we have 2 manufactories, we process... Wait, what's the loop? We're using this redstone furnace with the pyrolytic conversion to make coal coke faster. For that, we need coal. We can make coal by putting graphite dust in the pressurizer. We make graphite dust by putting pulverized charcoal in the manufactory. We make pulverized charcoal by putting charcoal in the manufactory. Where's the pulverizer? It's right here. So actually, I could just put charcoal in the pulverizer, output into the manufactory, then output that into a second manufactory, right? Graphite dust, pulverized charcoal, that makes the graphite dust. Oh, and then you just put the graphite dust into the pressurizer. So with these 3 machines, so if I swap the alloy furnace, take that out, grab this, we'll move you right here. So now if I make the last 2 advanced plating, and then put it all together to make the pressurizer, put you here, we should be able to take some wood from the farm. See, it's working great. Now we're getting so much wood. Take the wood, cook it into charcoal. Take the charcoal, take that out. We're going to configure auto output to the right. Let's see, how do I turn that off? We only need... Yeah, auto output to the right. That makes the graphite dust. Set this output slot. Redstone control. This one, input slot. Huh, it doesn't auto output. But then you just take that graphite dust, process that in here to turn it back into coal. Now that we have the coal, we throw that into our redstone furnace with the pyrolytic conversion, and this is still extremely slow. Wow. This is not much faster. I mean, it's a lot faster, but that's like saying going from 10 minutes. No, that's not a good analogy. It's still faster, but it's still quite slow. But now it does work. Man, this is just very annoying. Interesting. So that is a way to make more coal coke. It's just really slow. But hey, at least it's another way to get it faster. Because in the time we made that, wrong room, you come in here, in the time we did all of that, this made 10 coal coke. So that is a way faster way to do it. Man, it's just so slow. And it oh, that's annoying. It makes different types of coal coke. Thermal foundation. Ooh, that's annoying. I should be able to use them for the same, yeah, any fuel coke. Okay, so I can still use it for the same things, but that's gonna bug me because they don't stack. Ferroboron, lithium, throw that in there. Anyways, so now that we have that, that leads us to hopping about. This is very pure and 100% sustainable. I feel like this is sarcasm. Take your hop graphite and cook it. Hop graphite ingot. Detonation nano diamonds. Diamond nanocrystals, 5 nanometers in diameter, can be formed by detonating certain carbon-containing explosives. Exploding items. High compact compactor. 10,000 Fe per tick and total 200,000 Fe per tick. 3 into a single nugget. What was that? Exploding items. So we can blow up hop graphite ingots into diamond nuggets with a 20% chance. But then once we have enough diamond nuggets, we can make a diamond pick, which will make coal, platinum, diamond nuggets, bedrock, iridium, and platinum. Wait, where did the tiny nuggets come into play? I'm not seeing the tiny diamond nugget uses. Interesting. So you can't turn diamond nuggets into diamonds. Molten diamond. Huh. So you could turn a diamond into diamond nuggets, but you can't turn diamond nuggets into diamonds. Luckily, to make the miniaturization field projector, we only need the nuggets. And you get 4 out of this, which is all we need. So if we only need 2 diamond nuggets, and it's a 20% chance, we need 2, it's a 20% chance. So if we blow up 10, you expect to get 2. So I need 10 hop graphite ingots. Coal, graphite dust, start compressing that. Turn this into coal coke. And then we have to pulverize this in this guy over here. Coal coke. More coal coke. To make our coke dust. And then it's 8 to 1. So it's extremely expensive. And then you don't even get a full diamond. You get a piece. You get a tiny chunk of a diamond. What? Better be out of power. Why aren't you working? Didn't I throw in? Why aren't you working? Let's see. Huh? Yeah, Any fuel coke makes 1. Didn't I throw in more than 6? What? Coal. Coal coke. This is 6. Should output 6. Huh? Okay, that's not working right. Coke dust. Yeah, any coal coke should make 1. So why is the crusher only processing half of it? Because if that's the case, then this coal coke is essentially useless. Look, 2 coal coke. Process both. 2. Okay, that worked. One coal coke. Huh, that's so weird. That's such a strange edge case. So it does work, you just can't do both at the same time. I wonder what causes that bug. That doesn't make any sense to me, because it should just be... That doesn't make sense, because you would think of it as like the crusher having an inventory kind of like this, where coal coke goes in the first slot, starts processing. Oh, I'm getting a call, 1 second. Okay, finish my call. So it's weird, because it should just be like, okay, this is thermal foundation coal coke, process it. This is immersive engineering coal coke, process it. But it's like, it's seeing both and treating them as the exact same item, which is very odd. Never seen that kind of bug before. But as you could see, converting coal, going through this whole process and turning charcoal into coal, just to turn it into coal coke, is way faster than using the coke oven. So let's see, if I throw 17, is this gonna work? Is this gonna break? It should output 17. Four. Okay, seems to be going. I do want to check my book here, crusher, because I think the book said something about making the crusher run faster. The machine speed depends on the power supplied. Okay. So I'm guessing if this can output 1,000, the flux duct is doing 1,000. So if I upgrade this to a hardened flux duct, will it run 4 times as fast? I think it might. I think it might. So now we can come in here, throw in the coke dust. And that drained the battery. Incredibly fast. Wow. Oh, I think I know why. So you see each white bar? Since I put in more than 8, I think it's trying to process all 29 at once. I think that's the case. In which case, this single thermoelectric generator is not up to snuff. I'm gonna need to make more of these. How you doing? You're doing pretty good, pretty good. Last of the coal, throw that in there. Let me steal you for a second. So we can get some more power in here. Yeah, this is definitely a massive energy hog. Wait, why aren't you filling up? Oh, I think all the cables are filling up first, and then it's gonna fill up the battery. Interesting. Interesting how that works. Now let's see. I do want to test the crusher making it go faster. So if I make hardened flux ducts, we're gonna need... How many are in there? 3. More redstone. 3 of these. Then we will need an upgrade kit for the battery. In here, in here. So now if we upgrade you, then we replace these guys. So now the hardened version outputs 4,000 RF per tick. This battery is outputting 4,000 RF per tick. So if we come in here and grab the coal coke, this should process 4 times as fast. I can't really tell. I think it's going faster. Let's see. It is draining faster as well, so I think it is working. Cool. Grab that, put this in here, and you can see the battery starts draining extremely fast. This guy is a power hog. Which is always funny, because it's like, I always found that interesting with the immersive engineering machines. They don't tell you how much energy they use per operation. So you're kind of just like guessing how much power something needs, and then you plug it on, you turn it on, and then you realize it consumes way more power than you thought. More coal coke into this guy. Throw that in there. So we need at least 10 hop graphite ingots, and then we will need 1 piece of TNT. Let's see, TNT is going to take sand and gunpowder. We have 2 gunpowder here, some sand, some niter. Let's see, we had a craft gunpowder before. Gunpowder. Sulfur and sawdust. There should be some sulfur somewhere. I haven't used it in a while. There we go, 1 sulfur. Combine to make TNT. Coal coke. Come in here. Grab that. Come in here. So I wonder why that bugs it out. So if I throw 1, I don't want to waste it, and let that process. Makes 1. Throw 6, let that process. It's going to make 6 more. So strange. And it ran out of power. Even with this guy. No, it's trying to fill back up. Because this is producing 240 RF per tick, plus a little bit more. Still a massive power drain. So we have 6, we need 4 more times 8, that's 32. So it takes... So in theory, to get a single diamond nugget costs 8? No, it does. Because you need 8 coal/charcoal to make the coal coke, and then you have to break it down, turn it into the ingot. So 8 coal doesn't equal 1 though, because it's a 20% chance. So a stack is only... A stack of coal is only 8 of these. So 80 coal expects to get 2 diamond nuggets, which is crazy. So it's a good thing we set this guy up. Let's look at that. Look at all the wood. That's free charcoal. Charcoal. I put speed upgrades in you, right? I did. It's still very slow though. which means I feel like I need to make signalium. Because if you look at the upgrade, the signal. Oh no, this is it. The cryothium. I don't know how to make this. I think this is how you do it. You need to make snowballs and use liquid XP. But I'm not actually sure. I think that's the case. And this guy is filling with creosote oil, so I need one more upgrade kit for that guy though. Upgrade kits, upgrade that. And store a lot more. Perfect. Charcoal, charcoal. Cook that, cook that. Throw you in here. More coal coke. And then once we have 10, we should be good to go. Throw that in there. Wait for that to process. I wonder if anyone else has reported this bug. Or if it just... I feel like it's very rare. Because it's so specific. And then this guy's going to run out of power pretty soon. Luckily with 2 million RF, it will last quite a long time. 14, 15, 16, that's another 2. Yeah, it drains so fast. There's probably a reason baby's first fission reactor is right here. But I'm already very interested in making the detonation nanodiamond, so I'll do this first. And then maybe next episode, we'll take a look at making a fission reactor. Because hopefully that produces a lot more energy, and that should fix our energy problem with this guy. So we're at 8, we just need 2 more. Graphite dust is cooking, that's cooking. Yeah, everything right now seems to be a bottleneck of coal coke production. Which is a little bit annoying, but at least this is a lot faster. Imagine if I had to just keep making more coke ovens to do it. Now that would have been very bad. But if I do 8 at 20%, how much is that? It's like 1.5. No, it's very expensive, so I should wait, because then I have to make more TNT. So instead of making you guys sit through all the waiting, I'll just... Oh, that's not going to process. I'll skip ahead towards the end result. So I'll see you all in a second. So I realized while we're waiting, we can actually work on some adjacent items down here, because I especially noticed we already have a melter and boron dust, so we can finish that one pretty easily. Just need to grab some boron. Let's see, thorium, iron, nickel, boron. Oh, this comes from a steel pickaxe, right? Yeah, I need to throw some steel pickaxes in there. Let's make some of those. Boron dust, steel. Let's make 4. They last quite a long time, so it should be fine. Come back out of here. And, oh, we left that in there. That's funny. Grab that. Now grab the melter. Done. Put that back up here. Powered water, make an electrolyzer. Electrolyzer. Machine kit, chassis, graphite ingot. How do you make a graphite ingot? Oh, just graphite dust. We have a lot of that. Graphite dust. 2 copper solenoids. A machine chassis. An electric motor. see. Another 2 copper solenoids. 4 advanced plating. So that's going to take 4 of this. Along with 2 more lead. More redstone. Huh, we don't have a lot of tough alloy. I need to make more of that. Let's see. Ferroboron, lithium, alloy furnace. That should make enough. Let's make some more speed upgrades. One, two. Redstone, lapis. Throw that in here, make it run a little bit faster. How are we looking on power? We're running out extremely fast. Makes sense. Let me grab you, because this battery is almost full. No, 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 no! My battery. Now it's just a tiny machine piece. Well, that should solve that from happening in the future. Well, I need to borrow you. Let's see, this one powers from the bottom. See, that's draining power. Huh, why did everything turn off? That one's still working. I'm so sad. Now I have to make a new one, which is really annoying. Okay, so what was I doing? We were making the electrolyzer. Electrolyzer. So it should be, yep, tough alloy. Electrolyzer. Advanced plating 1. Oh, wrong thing. Advanced plating 2. Electrolyzer. Powered water. And then common gases make a nitrogen collector. Four advanced plating, beryllium, and 2 buckets. What is beryllium? Beryllium dust. Rock crusher. So we'll need a rock crusher to break andesites. And that's going to be pretty expensive. So I guess we'll stop there for now. Before we make that. Because, let's see, coal. Yeah, it's so sad seeing this limping along. Throw the coal in there, because we have a bunch of coal coke. So let's come in here, come in here. You're still working good. Throw in all the coal coke. Swap out the boron, tough alloy, leave that. It's so sad saying this. Oh, I gotta make a new one. Okay, power's draining again. Yeah, that's gonna throw off everything. Let's see, we can stop production of coal for now, because this is cooking a lot. Coal coke. You're not making a sound, because I think we went too far away. Coal dust. Coke dust. That's gonna drain really fast, even with the battery. Yeah, this only outputs 1000 RF per tick. And this guy drains way more than that. Let's see, we have 12. So we can end the episode by blowing up our hop graphite and seeing if we can get our items. Now we will need a small one. Let's see, do I still have a small something somewhere? I don't. Can I make one? I have some left over. Oh, I know the perfect place. Come in here. Come in here. We could just break the plants, because we don't need this right now. We needed it before, but now that we've automated a lot of that stuff, we don't really need a little plant room like this anymore. So take our hop graphite, take our TNT. Can't light the TNT without our flint and steel. Throw this in the corner. TNT. Now I want to make sure I'm doing this right. World explosion, in world crafting, hop graphite, TNT, diamond nugget, 20% chance. So this should yield at least 2. And we got exactly 2. So my math was correct. Detonation nanodiamonds done. And that leads to the magician's table. Possibly this can strengthen your picks, or so I'm told. Okay, cool. So to make the enchanting table, they tweaked it so it only takes 2 diamond nuggets. Part of the process, hope it's worth it. We'll take 1 diamond nugget. Hard carbon. This can provide drops that is pretty useful when dealing with tough alloys. Hard carbon pickaxe. Lithium and boron. Get that from hard carbon, which will take 2 graphite dust and a diamond nugget. And that seems to be about it. Oh wait, no, I forgot the main thing, the miniaturization. So now we can use these guys to make the miniaturization field projector. So we'll need these compact walls. We'll take our extra one. We're gonna need a torch, put it all together, and we can make the miniaturization field projectors. I wonder why that's not in the quest book, unless it's in the next chapter. Oh, it is. It is in the next chapter. So we're technically not there yet, but this will be very useful because now we can perform multi-block miniaturization. Let's see, so what can we do here? We can make redstone tunnels very cheap. We can make regular tunnels very cheap. We can make compact machine walls extremely cheap now, because it just takes a block of iron and redstone, which means we can start making more compact machines bigger a lot easier. Block of enderium, we don't have that. Let's see. We can make a zombie spawn egg. We can't directly build a tiny compact machine because we don't have ender pearls. We can make mushrooms. We can make brown mushrooms. Can't make those, or these, or that. But we can now make the machine walls, which is so much faster. So now using a block of iron and redstone, we can make 16 compact machine walls, which is enough to make a tiny compact machine, which means using blocks of iron, we can just make these so much faster. Which means I can upgrade our room here to the 7x7 and it won't be that bad. I will just need space to put this though. Luckily we do have this one. Let's see, I wonder how it works. Let's see, if you do that, and then we take a block of iron and redstone, throw this into the miniaturization field, block of iron, redstone. I think it needs more space. We might actually need a 5x5 for this. Because I'm guessing I've never actually used these machines before. Oh, hold shift for details. Place 4 opposite of each other to create a miniaturization crafting field. Right click to get hints where the next projector needs to be. So if I do this, missing opposite field, missing opposite field. They're opposite of each other though. How does this work? 1 by 2 by 1. Oh, okay. This will take a bigger space, I think. Because if it's 1 by 2 by 1 and it's like this, I think that's just 1 by 1. So if we go instead to this room where we have more space, we do 1 here, 2, 3, to 1 here. Missing opposite field projector. They're both right there. I don't understand. Place 4 opposite of each other. Here. Why doesn't this work? Missing opposite field projector. It is required to determine the field size. Is there something I'm not doing that I should be doing with these guys? Because I thought it would be as simple as, now that I've built it, it works. Let me take a look. Alright, sadly, after a quick Google search, it seems like that is not how you use the machines. So I'm going to need a lot more space, in fact like a 7x7x7 amount of space in order to actually use them, which is quite disappointing. But hey, I'm already a quarter of the way there to another 5x5 space, so it's not too bad. We've finally gotten access to little nuggets of diamonds, so I'll need to spend a lot of time just getting a lot of these, because it seems like we're going to need them for a lot of crafts. If we take a look at what you can craft stuff with, refined storage will use them. Don't know what that is. Open computers requires them as well. Building gadget, don't think we need that. An enchantment table. So we don't need too many. Oh, we can make a diamond stiffened mesh, but I don't think there's actual uses for this. Yeah, we have gold ore. I mean, if we need a gas tier, maybe that's what we need. Prismarine. Yeah, don't think we have a use for that. Oh, a high impact compactor. So we can build this multi-block and we can turn 9 diamond nuggets into a diamond that way. Interesting. Hard carbon. Gotcha. But I think that's far away. Is that in the quest book? High impact compactor. It is. Okay, so that's coming in the next chapter. So I don't think we need to worry about it so far. What I need to do is finish out the rest of this chapter. And I think next episode we need to build a fission reactor because right now our power consumption is starting to really creep up. And 12 what are they called? Thermoelectric generators are starting to fall off. They're not as efficient anymore. And since I lost the one we were passing around, I might as well start building a better one. Especially for all of this stuff. This stuff is starting to get very expensive. And this room is getting really cramped. So I want to expand this one to the 7x7 next. But anyways, I'm your host, Hummus28, and I'll see you guys next time.